We design unusual football concepts, and today we've created a whole bunch of futuristic jerseys. These are going to be really unique designs, each one has a completely different style. You will see famous clubs and some lesser known ones too. We'll also show you some rejected concepts, so there is a lot of content today, and if you like what you see, make sure to subscribe, it helps us a lot. We are starting with Real Madrid. The new Santiago Bernabeu is probably the most futuristic stadium in the world and probably also the most expensive, so of course they had to be included here. The base was ready. This design was going to be pretty obvious because we wanted to go for, sci-fi armor elements. All we had to do was to sketch the right composition. Here's how the very first draft looked. It took some time, but we won't bore you with that. After that, we added thin outer lines just to bring in more details, but it still felt too simple. We needed, more lines. So we added some grooves to get a subtle 3D effect, to make it a little more alive, you know what I mean. Then we added some golden lights, referencing the colors from Real Madrid logo, and shortly after that we put together a similar layout on the back. Finally, we boosted the colors a little as a final touch, and the first design of the day was ready. Pretty quick for you, but it took us a lot of time. Here is a futuristic Real Madrid jersey, front and back. Here is how it looks on robot player. But that's not all, we also made another color version, white plus silver, to look even more robotic. Let us know which one you prefer. Here's a little comparison, but that was only a warm-up. We're switching continents now. You've been asking us a lot about them, and it's time for some more exotic club. Al Hilal. Yeah, this part of the world is already living in the future, so I think they could easily wear our futuristic jerseys like this just next season. And yeah, that deep blue already works perfectly for a futuristic vibe, so we knew this would turn into something cool. The base was ready, we added patches and started creating some, sci-fi texture, which we applied across the whole shirt. We only painted over the top part, so it is a little different cut. At this stage we also colored some details, but the whole thing looked a bit boring, too basic. So what else comes to mind when you think of the future? Well, definitely speed. Not just speed. I mean high-speed trains, planes, cars, that streak of light effect. Like the speed of light itself. That's a good explanation. So that's what we decided to recreate. Humans are also fast. Footballers are faster than ever. It just fit perfectly. We placed the texture down the center, but it still felt too empty. And since Al Hilal like vertical patterns, we added stripes down the sides as well. Then came the fun part. We started playing with filters, trying to get a little, of holographic effect, like a metallic or satin material. And after quite a bit of trial and error, we finally nailed it. We transferred the design to the back, used a little more futuristic font, and done. This is our version of an Al Hilal shirt from 2050. Hopefully they will call us in 25 years and actually use it, or maybe next year. Here is the visualization on a robot player, very realistic. And if you need social media graphic templates for your team, we've got you covered. We just dropped our first social media packs on our store. They're super easy to edit yourself, no experience needed, and you can do it all with free software. Each pack comes with a quick tutorial, even a kid could follow it. We plan to add new templates every month so you can keep your teams or clients' social media profiles fresh. Link in the description. Yeah, okay, time for the club that already has one robot on the pitch, making it the most high-tech club in the world, Manchester City. But at first we were kinda lost. We didn't really know how to make something that wasn't super boring. In the background you can see our first attempts at the jersey. This one, yeah, I agree, total fail, as you can tell. Then we came up with this version and we actually liked it a lot, but it still felt way too generic, too similar to the previous Real Madrid jersey. So we kept experimenting, and honestly we're still going in circles, you know what I mean. At one point we even made a jersey that looked cool, but honestly it had some esports vibe. I don't know, it looked like an esports jersey, not a football one. So yeah, we had to completely switch up the concept. We scrolled around a bit to find some inspiration and decided to go for something really unusual. So as you can see, the base was going to be black. That was the new direction. We added the logos, a bottom patch, then started sketching out these lines in the shape of an M letter. Half of you are probably not gonna like this one, but just wait till the end. Next, we turn out those shapes into a metallic style, very nice in my opinion. Added a blue gradient to tie it more to the blues. We colored the calves in color, the metallic vibe really worked in this case. Then we threw in a little detail on the calves, some text running around them. At that point we also designed the back, pretty similar as you can see. The font was also kinda experimental, so we really want to know what you think about it. Here's how the first version looked, but here is also the second one with the colors pushed a little more. I'm not sure about this one, so maybe you will tell us which one you prefer. And here are one more time all the rejected versions for comparison. I'm sure most of you aren't really gonna vibe with the black concepts, but the next one, pretty sure you'll like it. The simplest design of the day, FC Barcelona. We're still waiting for the new Camp Nou. Hopefully they will finish it before Sagrada Familia, but since the new stadium is meant to be very modern, we wanted to create matching jerseys. The base was ready. Next logo would be in this color, Barcelona's crest 2, yeah. And instead of the full Spotify logo, we just kept the symbol to make it more simple. You know, future means oversimplifying things. That's a trend, and it's time to rework the stripes. We glitched each one individually because the color scheme fits that, you know, glitch aesthetic. Then we added a subtle gradient at the bottom to make them blend nicely into the dark shorts. We also wanted the patches to match the overall style, and the back was kept similar, but with a more futuristic font. Actually, we tried a bunch of different fonts, but I think this one is the most logical choice. And yeah, that was it. Like we said, the simplest concept of the day. Here's a more realistic visualization. Let us know what you think in the comments. We still want to feature some lesser known clap, and it's time for it, but that's not the last clap today. We've got a bonus team coming right after this design. This one is for Sweden. You asked about them, so here we are. They're known for their super unique jerseys, way ahead of their time. Like really, this black one right here, one of my all-time favorites, and that's the one we are referencing. We're making a modern version of it, so as you can see, the base is black again. We added all the logos, and to bring in that texture vibe plus a little sci-fi inspiration, we covered the whole jersey in stars. All the logos get switched to black, and instead of the collapse found in gear, we replaced it with 2050. Then we drew this futuristic shape. If you didn't notice, it's the letter A. The idea is it would be made from a different material, so the texture stands out against the base fabric. It would be more satin, you know, more metallic maybe. So we quickly made the backside too, and for the finishing touch we boosted the colors, which made the material look way more unique, as you can see on this little comparison. And that was basically it. Here is the front and back visualization. Let us know what you think. And if you want to learn how to design jerseys like this, check out our course. It's beginner friendly, no prior experience needed. As a bonus, you will get a huge list of free tools and mockups. The link is pinned in the comments. And now it's time for the bonus I mentioned before. A design that fits in perfectly here. In our old video, we combined Cyberpunk 2077 with Borussia Dortmund. Here is what the logo looked like, because we even redesigned the logo, and here is the full kit. You get a few close-ups, since the details really matter here. We also made a black version, and even a completely different design that was more minimalist, though it's hard to really call it minimalism. Here's another colorway, and if you haven't seen the episode where we combine video games and football clubs, you can check it out here. It's a pretty popular video on our channel. I think you will love it too. See you next time.